A dictionary defines a cat as a small domestic feline. That scientific label fails to capture the bizarre, mystical creature staring down your dark hallway. To decode their behavior, we have to abandon literal language. We rely on metaphors. These linguistic devices serve as necessary psychological tools we use to process complex, contradictory feelings. We take two completely unrelated concepts, smash them together, and force a new emotional reality to emerge. Because a cat shifts its personality constantly, we need dozens of specific collisions to map out their daily habits, moods, and stealth. Exploring these 40 metaphors offers a way to categorize the feline traits that literal language misses. It is a way to map the chaotic reality of living with a cat. The most jarring feline contradiction is their ability to simply vanish while in plain sight. We call them a velvet shadow or a silent hinge to describe how they slide between rooms without making a single sound. Sometimes the language gets even tighter. A single-syllable word like a hush captures how a cat's mere presence lowers the ambient noise of a room, bringing a heavy stillness to the house. Then, without warning, the stillness shatters. They become pocket thunder, releasing an unpredictable, violent burst of kinetic energy from a tiny body. To describe the exact fraction of a second when a cat ruins a neat stack of papers or teleports to a door, we use sharp micro-metaphors. They are a blink. They are a glitch. Confining an apex predator to an indoor space creates intense psychological friction. We picture a panther in a soup bowl to articulate that wild, fierce energy pacing inside a quiet living room. We see this same wildness when they claim our softest furniture. Calling them a tiger in a pillow fort perfectly maps how they establish fierce, unyielding dominance over the safest, most comfortable zones in the house. Whiplashing between descriptions of utter silence and explosive violence directly mirrors their daily energy cycle. Our words are erratic because their behavior is erratic. When that energy finally burns off, our descriptive language physically stretches out and softens to match their resting state. They transform into a warm coin in winter or a small furnace wrapped in fur. These longer phrases capture the steady, localized heat and deep physical solace they provide on a cold night. We even start telling time by their sleep schedule. As a nap clock, their extended periods of heavy rest dictate the rhythm of the house, forcing humans to pause and match their slower pace. These long, soothing phrases reveal that resting cats are doing work. They act as active physical anchors, pulling a chaotic human environment back down to earth. Bring a dog into the house, and the entire feline system is disrupted. Our language has to shift again, moving away from solitary quirks to describe a new, unified pair dynamic. This seesaw balances a sun and shade team, loud, radiant play perfectly countering dark, smooth rest. As a two-string bell, their different frequencies, a sharp bark and a low purr, harmonize in a single home into one continuous background frequency. On a pragmatic level, they lock into a combined protective stance. Operating as a double watch on the front door, they cover different sensory zones to track every sound and shadow outside. Despite their obvious natural friction, these paired metaphors show how cats and dogs lock together to form a highly regulated, tightly balanced domestic engine. Look closely at these 40 expressions. They are an exact map of a home's emotional geography. A cat's presence shifts our perception of physical space. A pair of glowing eyes transforms a dark, empty hallway into a tiny lighthouse, providing a point of orientation in the pitch black. They claim mundane architectural features, like a sunny patch on a rug or a specific armchair, turning them into a moonlit bookmark, a designated, predictable zone of comfort they return to every single night. Ultimately, the cat operates as a whisker compass. Using an invisible set of sensors, they unconsciously dictate the mood, the safety, and the daily rhythm of the humans around them. We invent this massive volume of figurative language, the clocks, the clouds, and the kitchen taxes, because feline behavior dictates the mood and movement of the house. These metaphors are the proof. The cat is the one who sets the terms of our shared life.